We're talking like y'all keep splitting up. We keep talking about politics and all this stuff.
Oh yeah.
So we were talking about data, right?
Yeah.
Like if we're
the
talking
character
about
from Star Trek.
No, but that's fun too. Like if you pool. Sorry, I asked you what you'd like the term to be for taking different ideas and putting them all together, and it was putting them all together, right? We can agree on that.
Sure. Yeah.
Like,
put them all together.
If we take a bunch of ideas, as many as possible, and put them all together, do you think we'll get an accurate idea from a bunch of different pieces put together?
I mean, I can't say yes or no, Noah, because I have such a skeptical mind. I would have to know these sources.
Okay.
And what their agenda is for why they want to push the ball Earth so much. Why?
If you look into it, you'll find.
Why is it, Noah, let me ask you this. Why is it that you believe so much in other people telling you the truth?
I keep telling you.
Because why are you interrupting me, okay? I listened to you. Fair enough. Didn't interrupt you. Didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you when you spoke.
Okay. Tell me right now.
So what I'm asking you is, why is it that you seem like a nice guy? Okay, you seem like you have a good heart. I think if I left my stuff and I asked you to watch it, I had to go to my car, I could trust you.
I might have a pat.
Okay? But you should not project your good morals onto other people you haven't met.
I agree with that 100%. I will not project my morals.
Why is it that you believe government will tell you about where you live, and then they'll lie to you about all these other things that you don't agree with them about? Because you and I agree that we don't agree that government is the best, right?
Not the best.
But you just so happen to believe that A, they have the best interest for you for your health, and they tell you where you live.
Wait, I have a question.
Yeah.
How would it, why would the government lie about this?
Why not? I mean, it
I know,
seems to be so.
I understand that they lie a lot, but what would be the purpose? What are they trying to hide?
Yeah, are you a spiritual person at all?
I am.
Yeah, I am too. And so when I came to Flat Earth, I was already a spiritual person. I thought I was spiritual at that time. But to have been told that this concept and this idea, and then to explore it on my own time and actually invest into it, because it's the most fascinating topic I've ever come across, then I can come to a realization that this was a creation, that we were created. And so that we live in kind of what would be called like a terrarium. And so the sun and the moon move across the flat plane like this. And so as the sun travels further away from us, it's just as high above me in Minnesota as it is going over there to California.
We're trying to think of the restaurant.
It's the same
keep
sun.
flipping
It's the
around.
same height from the ground.
Jumping around.
So if a person believes in the ball, well, what they believe is that the Earth is spinning and we're actually going backwards and the sun is going that way. When in all reality, the sun is just traveling further away from you, and the perspective of it gets to appear that it's going below the horizon. So then in your mind, you think, okay, the sun is now below me.
Alcoholic.
But why would the government, I just want to know, what's the conspiracy about, why they lied about this?
Yeah.
What are they hiding?
More land and resources.
Okay.
Oh, we agree on that one.
There we go.
The ruling class, power,
Why do you
resources.
think
This buddy believes that,
keep,
we talked about
projecting
1776,
ideas about
the founding fathers
industrialized
thinks that they
space
have the right idea.
if
That
we
only
are to have this hidden
white
land
men who own land.
that still has more space.
As above, so below.
Yeah. So who should vote?
Okay.
Who should get a vote?
If you and I are friends and we say, hey, let's go to outer space, isn't there
men who own
space
land
between you and I?
Just men who own land.
Okay. Isn't there? Let's even just say, for
if you are
example, if there's more land out
you
here, and this is the area that we call Earth. This is the area that we call Earth, and there's more land out here. If we go out here to this more land, is that outer space?
That the establishment
could I argue that could be called outer space?
Only men who own land should have a say in what the government does?
Okay,
it's away from this realm that we call Earth, and it's here, so it's outer.
The establishment is men who own land.
Yeah, sure, I got some.
Period.
If you scan the QR code, you can get my YouTube. It's authentic and
I mean, obviously it's a controversial
So that's the biggest thing, is when they say outer space, in my opinion,
who is in our government?
They're actually mean
white men who own land. White men who own land. White men who own land. Who's rich and powerful? White men who own land. White men who own land.
Extraterrestrial means extra terrain.
over and over.
So
Yeah.
it's a being that
Part of
is
it. It's all
exploring
together.
outside
I didn't say white
on
man, I
another
said
terrain.
Asian.
George Soros.
I've
Oh
heard
no,
that.
the boogeyman.
Yeah, right.
So
Okay.
I want to put this past me.
What the fuck is George?
Wait, you're talking about
You
the
know,
course.
I mean, I don't want you to believe me. I didn't believe it when I
Yeah,
first
George
came across
Soros
this
is a
myself,
white man
too.
who owns
I'm
land.
an open
You know?
person.
He's a
Yeah,
power.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take this.
Take
and
it.
So
I'm
are the
gonna-
rest of them.
Behind Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Look at that.
Yep.
Like,
Everybody
Yeah.
who
But,
gets to those
I know
protests
flat
has
earthers.
been paid by George
Yeah.
Soros.
Yeah.
People
Is it just like a bandwagon thing? Like a couple
and
people
I'll leave you
have
with
been
this.
paid by George Soros, then
Think
we've all just like
about
glommed down
what
to
you can
Spendy?
prove that the Earth is a globe first. And then
Oh,
what
so
can
are we
you
gonna get into school
what can you
shootings?
base that off of?
Crisis
Is it something
actors?
you did or something you learned in school? Or somebody else told you?
Wait, professional
Like if I went to Thailand and I
Been to
came back and I
protests?
told you I went to
Been to one
Thailand,
of
would
these
you believe me?
Yeah.
I
Why
have
not,
been,
right?
yeah.
Look up these things.
But if
Yeah,
I
in
started
my-
telling you
in
that
my
I
home
went to
city of
every
Raleigh,
single
North Carolina,
country
I
over
see
a
it
span
myself.
of a few
I've seen
Oh,
it.
years,
North Carolina.
Yeah,
isn't
that's
there
what
a
I'm
part of you
Minneapolis.
that would be like,
Yeah.
okay,
Very
Josh,
different
you gotta start
demographic.
showing me some of
A
these
very
pictures
different
because you're
demographic.
telling me you went to all these
Yes.
different fantastic
What's
places.
the difference? What do you know
I have
about
yet
Raleigh,
to
North
see an
Carolina?
evidence.
Tell me what
Right?
you know about Raleigh.
I'm not
So,
going to tell you
until
what
I
I know
show you
about
evidence-
your home.
So then how do you know that's a different demographic?
I don't want you to believe
Because
it.
they're
So
different
look at what water does when
they're
it's
different
contained, it lays level and flat when at rest.
I will not.
At what
I
point
will
does
not
it
tell
start to
you
become
what
a
I know
ball,
about your hometown.
and all of a sudden water
I'm not
conforms
here
to the
to project
exterior of
my
a
views
shape?
on you.
Well, no, I mean, that's fine.
How did we
You
believe that the
can
Earth was
if
a
you
globe
want, I don't
first?
care.
Oh, well.
But I mean, you did
5
kind
years
of
old.
project by
gonna
saying
check
that
it
it's a
out
totally
on my
different
own time.
demographic.
Do your thing.
You're making that assertion when you don't
Want
really
some
know
candies?
the demographic of
So,
Raleigh, North
so
Carolina.
even if
Red pills?
these two places,
Yeah,
Minneapolis and
Raleigh,
Raleigh, North Carolina,
Raleigh.
are, you know, measured by something we
Thanks
don't
for
know because
stopping.
the government's lying,
Bye.
on a flat plane.
Bye.
They're still different places.
Bye.
Have a good one.
Oh, hey, can I
what's
jump
up?
back in with this one?
Of course you can.
Oh, where was I? Oh, it's hard to tell.
You're talking about data points and
Yeah,
how you believe
so-
other people's data and not your own.
Okay, you keep telling me this.
Well, because you're not the one collecting the data, Noah.
Okay, so there are two things. There are two separate things that aren't connected here. So I have told you that I don't believe the Earth's flat because of things I personally have witnessed, right? On being on bodies of water. If water seeks its level, I have witnessed the curvature of water.
You
And
are
that-
literally saying that water conforms to the exterior of a
And
shape,
that
and you can't even demonstrate
is
it.
different.
You can't demonstrate it.
Because we're at a very small scale. We're tiny fucking specks in a
How do you know that?
infinite mass.
You've never seen the Earth from outer space before. You don't know that.
No, I've seen it from
You've never
planes,
seen
and
the.
I've
You've
it
never
sitting on the
seen.
ground.
But you can't. To know something is
So that's-
something, you have to go there, Noah.
Okay, so I
Otherwise, it's fantasy.
agree. Sure. Okay.
Do you
So
believe in Santa Claus still?
I already told you I did.
Okay.
You having fun?
I'm having a great
Okay,
time.
what's your name?
It's been a while.
Adiza?
Kadisa.
Sorry. Gadisa? Nice to meet you. I'm Noah.
But again,
So I have two-
your point about collecting data.
I didn't get to that point yet, actually.
No, but you
keep
because I don't want to. I don't need to hear anymore because
don't
you're
wanna hear it?
Oh,
shocker!
Can I give my reason?
Sure. Yes, please.
Okay.
Please.
So then these guys can hear because they don't seem like the ones that interrupt all the time. What Noah wants to do is collect data from other people and not do it himself, and then believe the data that he didn't take himself. So he can't verify the source, whether they're honest people, whether they're trustworthy or anything. He just wants to take data and then say, oh, 90% of the people believe this? It's true. Go ahead.
I'm raising my hand, so
Yeah,
I don't
go ahead,
interrupt you.
Noah.
I don't want to be in your shit.
Yeah, you're
I
good.
got two very separate points, and
Okay.
I want to specifically. I want to specifically. You got the popcorn. I want to specifically differentiate these two things that I'm saying. Okay, can I do this?
Yeah.
Okay, so one is
If it's flat, it has to have
what
an end.
the
right?
things I'm telling you that I believe
So what do you mean? How is
about
that
the Earth, about the
How
Earth,
is it possible
are
that
from my own
that
experience.
water
My own
just-
experience.
Okay, who
That's
told you
one
that the
thing,
Earth was a ball to begin with?
That's
Can we
one
get to
thing,
that?
okay?
I'm going to get to that.
Can I
Continue? Yep.
Okay, so that's one thing. A very separate thing is when I was asking the three of you to kind of come together on an idea
There's a
of
couple
what
different
data
We're
is,
still on this.
on what data, because you keep redirecting.
See how he doesn't want to continue and just get to the point?
I'm trying to continue and get to the
he
point.
really
of what I'm
wants
saying,
to
and we're redirecting.
work on semantics. Go ahead, Noah. I mean, bro.
explained when you go.
I'm just reiterating that we're talking about this
lamination,
now.
man. If it's laminated, it's fact.
Did you see this? This is what
Can I
a
continue
plane
about?
flying.
Can I just finish?
Why would a
Yes.
One thing I was
Can you
trying to
please?
say, like 30 minutes.
Can you please?
I'd love to.
It's
You guys are
actually
beautiful crops
just
here, by the way.
making
That's
a
fun.
straight line and going straight over.
Is there somewhere I can go to like see? Are you live streaming this?
Yeah, I'm on D-Live right now on Twitch.
Live?
Twitch.
What's up? So
I know.
if
but
we can agree, so y'all chose the verbiage of putting shit together, you know? Like if we have enough data points and we collect all the information in the whole world, whether it's flat or it's round, doesn't matter. If we like
goes around and
ask
around.
every single person on this world,
How do you explain
and then we bring it all together,
seasons.
What's that?
summer?
is there how what is the
the
combined knowledge of everybody
How do
on
you
Earth? What does that
explain
mean to you?
Here you go.
Well, he can explain all.
Can you
Yeah.
explain the 4 seasons? Why do we have different seasons?
Yeah, the sun moves.
I'm never gonna get this.
Yeah, I know, Noah.
But
Just explain real quick.
you can't do that.
Noah, go
I
ahead.
can't do what?
You can't just average out something like
So here you go.
That's what data is.
So the sun is smaller.
Okay, you said average
And
this
closer.
time. What about bringing it all together?
So see
That was
how
what you chose as the best.
see how it's dark
the
on that
best
side and light on that
word.
side? So the sun is just an
So
electromagnetic
data
light.
is what one person says on the
And it
internet, and you
interacts with
believe.
the atmosphere
It
to
just
create
happens to align with
what
what
we
you
call
already
light.
believed. You did in your own research.
It's not really like a flashlight.
Are you looking at
Does the sun actually move?
Ask for
Yes, the sun moves, we are stationary, as said by these NASA and military documents.
And we are stationary?
Yes, we are stationary with an
What if
assumption of
I-
a fixed
What if
orbit.
I
let me
read
ask you
your
this.
one source?
Yeah.
Why
and
does it
find
matter?
a million
If
other
Earth is
sources to
flat,
see the exact
or
opposite?
if it's
What does that mean?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that means
why,
that
who
you don't have
cares?
a
Yeah,
clue
do
in
you
a
like
lot
being
of
lied
ways,
to?
I guess.
Even
You
just
know,
a white lie?
No, I
can't-
don't.
I don't
you
either.
put things
So
together,
scientists,
right?
are they
That's probably what it means.
stating
If
that
I
the Earth
okay,
is
what
flat?
is putting it together?
They're stating
We're
it.
putting-
They're stating it that it's flat and
Did we
not
not
moving,
just
but
agree
then
that
through
putting things
education
together
they tell
is
you
taking
another
lots
thing,
of
and it's up to
individual pieces
you
of
No, we
and
didn't.
to
That's
figure
your
out
statement.
which is true.
That's your statement.
I
And
asked
only-
you to
only
tell
the
me
most
what that
elite
means
people,
when we take
or
lots of data
people who
points
have an
and-
inquisitive
and-
mind are able
and
to
find
really
one
unlock
truth, and you
these
said
types of
putting it
ideas.
together.
And so it is important because it's the
Right.
foundation of who we are as
Right.
human beings, is where we live.
Right.
And then everything else is based
right
off of that,
source.
right?
Correct.
So why is it so important to tell us that there's a ball?
But the Earth does move, right? So how does this validate?
No, the Earth does not move.
The Earth doesn't move?
No, the Earth is stationary and immovable.
But if you don't have a
Yours
clue,
or mine?
about that?
figure
Yes.
it out.
The Earth does not
Whose
move.
source is the right source? I'm
It
curious.
doesn't revolve
So
around the sun.
clearly, I haven't done enough
That was a lie
research.
too?
Whose source
You
is
just have to
the
look
right
into
source?
it. I mean, it's just
Figure it out,
like
maybe.
common
If you have a
sense.
clue, you'll
What
figure
makes
it out. If you
sense?
don't,
Can
This
things
is
just
like-
magically move without
That's an
any
easy out,
cause?
honestly. Just that, like,
Or do you
that
have to
comes
have
down
a
to I'm right,
cause
you're
to make
wrong.
something move?
You're right, you have to have a cause.
Whose
Okay.
source is the right
So
source? How
all of
do
a sudden,
I
a
find
Big
the right
Bang
source?
happened, and then all
You're the
of
right
the
source?
planets and everything are able to
Okay, so
do
as
this
me,
perpetually
I'm dumb,
forever.
right?
Where's the energy coming from?
Well, we've
to
been
make them
talking
go
for a while.
around?
I'm dumb,
And that's
right?
where they come up with
How
the
can
idea of
I
gravity,
figure out
gravity
what's
and
the right
such.
source, what's the wrong source?
And
How
so
do
when
I
they come
tell?
up with these nomenclatures and these magical words, it obfuscates our own senses as human beings.
I
Let me
can't
ask you this.
So we can't
Okay,
even
so
talk about this because I'm too
I kind of do. Okay, I don't know where this
Am I
stands.
talking?
Like, this
am I?
shows me,
am
like,
I
I don't know,
Noah,
this puts a
an
little
individual talking
doubt
to
in
you,
my mind that
or
it's
am I just
spherical.
government? Am
But how
I
do you-
here
what
because
is
I'm
galaxy?
government?
Yeah.
What is galaxies?
They're just lights in the sky.
You don't know what the name
That's all that this
Wait,
stuff
sorry, what
is
was
just
that
a light. It's all the lights in the sky are used as constellations, right? For calendars, seasons. So when the Big Dipper
So
is at a
whose source
certain
is the right
position in the
source? How do I
sky,
know what's
somebody
the
could
source
look
and
at it
what's
from
not
their
the source?
perspective on Earth and say, oh, it's summer.
I'm asking questions.
Obviously it's 90, right? So it's summer.
one source.
But that's how they
Right?
used to
One
navigate
source.
back
Got
then.
it.
God.
Okay.
Sextants
Got it.
and the
That's
sky
right.
and
Wait,
the
this guy doesn't
stars.
agree on that.
Do you believe
No,
that
he
the
believes
Earth,
in God.
that the
I
Earth
just asked. He
spins
said
around?
No, he said
No, it doesn't
he didn't say he was an
spin,
atheist. He
move,
said
or
he
anything.
doesn't believe in religion.
Stationary.
Okay,
That's a big
We're
difference.
stationary.
What if?
The
What if
sun
we
moves.
believe different things?
I was
So,
taught
so
in school
beyond
know.
belief,
I was
is
taught the
religion
same
belief
thing.
in fact?
that the
Well,
Earth
no,
moves
there's
around
all
the sun,
no
right?
fact. The fact
Do you
is
know what
there's
a degree?
only
And
one.
revolution.
Yep.
There's
When
only
the
one being that is
Earth
perfect,
moves
and that
around
is
the sun.
knows
Yep.
everything.
That doesn't-
It's
that's
God.
not
Flat
true.
Earth
No.
movement.
not
No.
true, man.
So we're a
That
flat
was
Flat
sensational.
surface
That was
like a
scoffing.
table.
I apologize.
Put it-
How come we don't fall off of space?
Because it goes on infinitely forever.
I just called myself a.
Can you fall off the edge of a shoreline?
You're literally being regarded by your own
So if we
organization.
take
What
this
the
boat,
fuck does
right,
that
we're in
mean?
Africa,
Okay, I'm
we take a
calling
boat,
out that
we
one
show up
double
on the
standard.
shoreline,
That's the
ah,
first
it's
double standard I've
America.
called out this
Walk
whole
across
night.
the
You
land,
say you
ah,
love
there's
your
more
boat.
water.
You were
Hey, where's your
actively-
boat?
You came
Let's
here,
get the boat.
record yourself. What the
Ah,
fuck is
shoreline.
that shit?
It just keeps on going like that perpetually forever. It's flat.
Put a doubt in my mind.
Yeah, that's all it's about, man. Reasonable doubt, you know?
It's getting me thinking, to be honest.
This whole place is
I
alive.
was brought up by
man.
parents.
You
You
know,
know,
I mean, it's,
I was brought up by a
you
man and a
made
woman,
all
and I'm
this.
still fucked. So like, what does that tell you?
I think there's a super intelligent creator that manifested himself as a
Or if I
man.
have told you earthly things and you not believe, how can you believe in terms of heavenly things?
Why?
Yeah.
Why are you so screwed though? What do you
I got a
mean? You said you're screwed.
So it talks. There's a lot of talk about that, but for me, like
Why? You just said that you're so
knew
F.
or
Even though
kind of doubted the
Can I
glow
ask a
birth
question?
idea. Before I
Okay,
found out
so
it was in like
scoffing
various scriptures,
is-
like the
How do you describe
Quran
scoffing?
and
Can I
in the
say
Quran,
like
it
what
says
that might
he
be?
laid it out like
and
a
you
carpet.
can tell me if it's true or not.
The Quran
or like
is also
closer
mentioned
to
the Big Bang. Do you know what that is?
What?
Can you explain that to me?
Oh, what?
The Big Bang?
The Big Bang. So it's an idea that a very dense,
Beer 'cause I'm just
small
sitting here. I might as well
point
have
didn't know that
exploded,
you were allowed to
and
drink it.
then enough time.
I didn't know
went
that
by,
you were
millions and
pro-government. What the
billions
fuck?
of
Where'd that
years,
shit come from?
Now we're
What?
here. So their idea is that if
Okay,
enough
that's number
time
two.
is
Okay,
allowed,
I
we
didn't
can
call up
get
any
this
of your
technology and we can do all these
single
different
one
fantastic
of your
things.
double standards. This is number
But that's
two.
not true.
So
Because
like,
nobody
was
was
there
there
there's
to
a
observe
lot
it.
into this.
That's not
If we're
science.
talking about like the
Science
government
is
taking
observing
shit,
never-
leaving
doing
something
it
else.
and
I never
saying,
said I was
hey,
anti-government.
where's the Twins
Okay,
game?
sure.
Ah,
You
well,
did
it's
not
down
say that.
here.
You
I
got
don't
me on
believe
that
you.
one. It's
Well,
made
I
it.
can show you. It's right here.
I'm actually pro like
Okay,
everyone's
well,
strong government. That's
I have
authoritarian
to
and
put
basically
down my pride
in-
to look at the
enforces, like,
evidence.
very
To
strict
know
social
that the
laws.
Twin Stadium is
Social laws
down there
against people
if
who
I've
are
never been there
males
before.
who own
If I
property.
just say, no, it's not, I don't
There we
believe
go.
you,
But
and I never look into the
holy
evidence,
shit!
that doesn't
What?
make the Twin
You
Stadium
hear
not
this shit?
exist.
You
Fair
hear that
enough?
shit? Oh my god!
I mean, you have
This
to
guy
at
can't
least
vote?
like put
What
down
the
your
fuck?
pride.
No, I didn't say that.
Unfortunately,
My homie
Noah,
can't
you
vote?
can't.
No, I already
That's why
I
you
said
said
You
right.
told me that like 30
Just
minutes
put
ago.
your
No, I
pride
said- I
aside.
said men.
Humble yourself.
Okay, so white men
That's
who
what
own
he asked
property
us
don't
to
deal
do
with
is humble
I did
yourself.
not
You
say
don't
white
know
men.
everything.
You agreed
There
to
may be
it.
No, I
something that
didn't.
you don't
Oh,
know.
you did.
and
Okay,
in
so
which
if
you
you're
do know,
changing your
there's
viewpoints,
more.
depending
There's
on
more.
who's watching
I'm so
you,
happy to
that
know
means your viewpoints
about
are trash.
Flat Earth.
If you
It's
can't
changed
back
my
up
life
what you
on how I
believe
perceive
every single fucking
people
time in front of
people
everybody, that
and
means
interact
what you
with them
believe
and-
is
and know that I have a
hateful,
responsibility.
Right? If you're not comfortable
when I
telling
look
people what you
at the
believe
horizon,
truthfully, that means
the
it's
horizon,
hurting someone.
You are
It's
kind
not
of
right.
Can we talk about
right.
that?
It's not
I've
hurting
never
anyone.
seen
No,
it.
I think you're a little tipsy. Maybe you should
What do
leave
they call it? The
This is the
horizon.
first beer.
The horizon.
Yeah, well,
number
you're
one.
acting
horizontal.
pretty.
Okay,
like,
can we go back to scoffing?
Yeah,
I'm not discussing
It's
anything.
like
anymore.
little mind
That's
tricks
you're
that they do
a
to us.
jackass.
But why do you
I don't
think they
need
are?
to.
Why do you think
I don't need
like
to.
they hold
That's
this
okay.
Well, then why don't you just pedal away?
information from the?
I pedaled up
from the,
here. Y'all are here to
public?
talk with people.
I
Is
think
that
their
not
idea
correct?
is that
Well, you're
why
being an asshole,
offer
so-
this
Are you a
How about,
conspiracy
like, not
theorist? Are you
being
a
an
conspiracy
asshole?
theorist?
Okay.
I'm
Am
a
I an asshole because I have
coincidence
different views?
I
No,
just look at
because you're being an
coincidences and I'm like,
asshole.
that's a little, you know.
Okay, I
I
raised
think
my
it's
voice. I
because
agree to
they
that.
don't want to give
I'll own up
off
to that
such
one.
I'm not
knowledge
discussing with-
so
I'm not
freely.
talking.
That's okay.
Always say, oh, it's okay. It's okay. It's all money or
I'll be here for you.
let you off the hook.
Yeah.
Can we talk about scoffing?
That's probably how it started.
Bro, Ice took it, man, so Ice had it the whole time, bro.
Your
Look
attitude.
at it. I said,
Can we
charge
talk
him.
about scoffing?
But you know what I'm saying? Like that.
Are you here to
If somebody is so, if a girl knows
I think
she's
you're
pretty,
Really?
why would she want to give herself away to
Okay, so
100 different guys?
To me, scoffing sounds like
It makes her
like,
useless and not worth as much. In my, you know, I mean,
opposing views,
there's
right?
redemption,
Being
obviously.
like,
There's
this
that.
is what everyone's told
let's
me,
just
and
say
I
that
believe
for an
something else,
example.
right?
Then
done.
there's not as much value to it. Whereas if somebody is given like a little hint, like, hey, when water's contained and it lays
look
level
up.
and flat when it
Whose
rests.
source? Are we
Just
gonna
give that
believe
little
the
nugget,
mainstream
let
media
them
on
look
the
into
network?
it, and if a year later they can't figure out Earth is flat, try again. Give them a little bit more information. A
sounds
year
like
later,
fucking
find out if they figured it out. They haven't. Okay.
This is one.
Do you believe in secret societies?
Oh yeah, for sure. The Freemasons are the biggest one. one.
Yes. You ever heard of the Bohemian Grove?
Yep.
You aware of all of that?
Yep.
Why do you think they're doing
You're
all
literally recording.
Because they
You're
have
live
to
streaming
separate
this shit.
themselves
So
from
you believe in
the
the
public.
unseen?
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
believe in the unseen?
There's the occult.
And
There's
yours
the hidden
went through
hands.
what?
There's two different ways to look at things. There's the esoteric and exoteric aspect of things. The flat Earth map is on the UN flag, for crying out loud.
It's on the UN flag. What projection? What map projection?
Probably the Gleason's AE map, something like that. Yeah, but that's kind of why they withhold it, you know, no offense to him, but to Noah here, but, you know, for some people, they become so indoctrinated and they love this place so much that...
Could you hold on? Do you hold his leash? I'll run away.
He's not going to run away. I'm anti-government.
Because I that ball and throw it to you.
I look at this shit and be like, that's fucked up. We're suppressing
But yeah, so that's kind of the general idea, man. You know?
That's why I've opposed my indoctrination. Because we're oppressing people without power. But shit,
bring it back?
apparently only white men who own property should vote. Like, what the fuck? How is that connected to flat Earth? Oh my god. It's almost like oppression.
I'll get it, just grab it. I'll get it.
I know it. I know.
Oh
yeah.
One beer happened.
So Noah, can we move past the whole data collecting thing? Is that okay?
We never even got there. Y'all keep changing the subject. How about this? Can we just talk about scoffing?
Yeah, sure. Okay. I get that a lot. I know exactly what scoffing is.
So I have made a change here.
You have.
You said
fantastic.
You said I was just interrupting you.
Uh-huh.
And I'm specific. Have I interrupted you in the past 10 minutes?
No, because I was talking to this guy over here.
I keep raising my hand because I specifically want to just like avoid.
Yeah, but I mean, so the whole point is that not to believe what other people tell you. Take care, man.
Literally, there's one person recording here and it's y'all. Oh.
So why is it that you still believe Earth is a ball?
He really likes, you know, he'd like to meet with you.
Where's the ball? Where did I throw it?
Oh my god.
I think it's right
behind. I told you why.
Very nice thing. And yes, and you're from St. Paul, but no one else is from St. Paul. So you'd have to drive.
A Polly.
What? What?
So
A Polly.
You know,
I don't even know what you said.
We could do tacos on Wednesday night. You can go to the. You want to go to the Canterbury Downs? You ever been to Canterbury Downs?
I haven't.
Well,
do you believe it exists? Is there enough data? What do you want? No, what's up?
I guess I can't believe Google Maps, huh?
I guess not. So why again? So that's it. That's all you got. Is just the data collecting and stuff. What's up? Are you waiting for him? You want to talk to him?
Hey boy.
Me?
Hey boy. He said he didn't want to talk to me. I'll respect that.
Okay.
I won't talk to him.
Okay, yeah,
I
you lost.
called him out on one thing.
Oh,
I'll respect.
really?
I won't.
All right.
I'll
I'll see you later. Bye, Gene.
Did you grab it? You know, one thing I gotta say is that if you can't back up, if you can't hold strong on what you believe in front of anybody, do you really believe that that's the right thing to believe? You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if someone shows up and you can't say what you believe anymore,
okay.
Like, how can you go to sleep with that shit? You know?
What are you referencing?
I'm referencing, I don't need to know anyone's name. That guy was a dog. He's got a really cute dog.
Mike?
Seems like a nice guy. Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So he told me that only white men who own property should vote, as was founded by the founding fathers, 1776, because they were perfect.
Okay.
And then I was like, holy shit. And he was like, yeah. And then one black person showed up, and I asked him one more time, is this what you believe? And he was like, I ain't talking to you. If you can't explain,
yeah, but why were you trying to throw him under the bus, though?
Ooh, okay, we'll get there in a moment. Can I keep going? Sure. If you can't if you can't affirm your beliefs in front of anybody, if you're too uncomfortable to say what you believe, you're a bigot.
Oh. Okay.
Absolutely. 100. That's the definition of a bigot, you know? Well, it's not a definition. A bigot is someone who believes, you know, in superiority and inferiority. But that's the easiest way to spot a bigot, when they're confronted on their beliefs in front of someone who they believe they are better than, and they can't back it up. They get uncomfortable, they run away with their tail between their legs, they can't back up their beliefs because they're uncomfortable, because they know they hate. Because you know that there's hatred, and here we go, indoctrination behind their beliefs. that is an indoctrination of white supremacy when you believe that white men who own property should make the decisions.
White men. Not Caucasian or Jew, white skin.
Same shit.
No, it's not.
Okay.
It's a massive
if
difference.
If we get into why Jews are different, that's also white supremacy.
No, it's not. It's clear as day.
Why are Jews different?
They superimpose themselves as to be something that they're not. They're the ones that had the most slaves. They're the ones that created the slave race of all people.
You know, I'm gonna let you guys. I've been in
all
America for
people.
I think 22 years. I have never experienced racism in this country.
Floor is yours.
Huh?
Right?
I've never experienced racism.
I haven't either. I mean, I've been around a lot of black people, a lot of my black friends. They tell me that they don't